Papoose really want to go home to Remy. That's what you need to know, Clarissa. Papoose wants to go home to reminisce and his daughter. He don't want to marry you, and this is the real tea. He don't know how to let you down because he don't build a friendship with you, and he don't want to embarrass you in the world.
Giesha went live, looked dead in the camera, and said the one sentence Clarissa's been running from all year. He doesn't want to marry you, baby. He wants to go home to Remy, and the whole timeline just stopped. Because deep down, everybody already knew. Welcome back to Celeb Spill, where we don't do rumors. Baby, we do receipts, so lock the door and sit all the way down. Today it's Clarissa Shields, Papoose, and the wife who will not leave the story, Remy Ma. A divorce that won't finalize, a tattoo that told on him, and a man staring at the exit at his own girlfriend's big night. Hit subscribe. Let's get into it.
Clarissa Shields, this is for you. You always talking about how your butt is big and how your little cat is good. But let me share something with you. If it was that good, you'll have a bambino in your stomach by now. That divorce will be finalized and you won't keep having to say that Papoose has filed for divorce. He would have been already divorced. If Candy Buzz can divorce her husband and the paperwork can go through, so can Remy and Papoose when it comes to their divorce. He don't want a divorce. The reason why he don't want a divorce is because he don't want to hurry up and be in a situation with you. He don't want to marry you, and this is the real tea. He don't know how to let you down because he don't build a friendship with you, and he don't want to embarrass you in the world. Papoose really want to go home to Remy. That's what you need to know, Clarissa. Papoose wants to go home to reminisce and his daughter. But he do not want to make you look like a fool. You embarrassed him at that BET Awards when y'all walked down the aisle and you was acting goofy. He was looking straight ahead. He didn't even want to look into the camera because he really wanted you to stop.
So let me set this table for you. She came out flat, no warning, and said the thing nobody wanted to say to Clarissa's face. This man doesn't want a divorce. He doesn't want to marry you. He wants to go home to Remy and his daughter, and the only reason he hasn't ended it is because he doesn't want to embarrass you in front of the whole world. And baby, sit with that for 1 second. Because a man who's stalling on a divorce isn't confused. He's comfortable. He's got a wife he won't let go of on one side and a woman defending him to the entire internet on the other. And why would he rush to fix a setup that comfortable? That's not a man in limbo, sis. That's a man with 2 homes. And once you see door he's really keeping open, you cannot unsee it.
You keep going live about this new podcaster because this new podcaster is the new wave rider and she struck a nerve and you replying back to her saying what y'all don't understand that he filed for divorce.
Now let's talk about that BET Awards walk because a whole body told on a whole man that night. She's glowing. She's beaming. She's walking down that aisle like she won the lottery. And him staring dead ahead. Wouldn't even turn toward the camera. Wouldn't even turn toward her. You ever walked somewhere on the arm of a man who acted like he was counting the exits? That's not shy, baby. That's somewhere else. That's a man who wanted the cameras off and wanted her to stop. Not because he's private, but because every photo was another headline he'd have to explain to the wife he still hasn't divorced. She thought that walk was a debut. He treated it like a hostage situation. But the body language wasn't even the loudest thing on his body that night. Hold that thought.
Filing for divorce and being divorced is 2 different things. And he's playing you like a flute. And you the only one don't see it. And you the only one continuously decides to parade around with this married man and keeps defending him when he's stringing you along. He don't really want to be there. But because he is your friend, he don't want to hurt you. Because it's not that hard to get a divorce. That divorce could have been finalized. If he really wanted you and your cat was as good as you say it is, and your butt was as big as you say it is, baby, he would be on one knee already with a ring proposing to you. But if you think your butt and your cat is what's keeping him there, no, honey. It's him sparing you of the embarrassment, of the humiliation, because you have boasted about him so hard and so long and seem to be the only one in his corner right now. He don't want to hurt you. The baby went for that baby, but guess what? He ain't trying to make no other baby, and he ain't trying to be married to nobody else. Clarissa really think her cat that good. It ain't. He ain't put nothing in that oven, and he been upstairs for a year, and he been sleeping with you for a year or more. And you ain't got no baby yet? Because that little cat ain't good. You keep saying your little cat. Your little cat ain't good.
Because here's where it gets real. Fighting for a divorce and being divorced are two completely different area codes. And she's living in the gap between them like it's a whole address. He filed. Okay, cute. Filing is just opening the case. It is not the same as it being over, and it damn sure isn't the same as him being ready to put a ring on anybody. So she keeps saying he filed, like the paperwork is proof of love, baby. The paperwork is proof he started something he never finished. A man who wants out gets out. A man who's stringing you along keeps that case sitting on a shelf collecting dust. So he's technically getting divorced forever while never actually being free for you. He's playing her like a flute and she's calling it a love song, which means the paperwork was never the problem. He is.
Girl, she need to know how to talk about herself to sound convincing. I ain't convinced. He don't want nobody else but his wife, but he just don't want to hurt Clarissa because he built a friendship with her. He feel like he got to protect her and have her back. But he really want to go back to Remy. Papoose want Remy. Papoose want his wife back. He just don't know how to leave Clarissa without hurting her. He ain't gonna never cover up that tag.
And here's the theory that flipped this whole thing sideways for me. What if he's not even with her because he loves her? What if he's with her because he doesn't know how to leave without breaking her in public? Think about it. He built a friendship. She built a fantasy. And now this man feels like if he walks away, he humiliates her in front of every single person who watched her brag about him. So he stays. Not out of love, out of guilt, out of politeness. And baby, that's the saddest kind of relationship there is, because she's not his girlfriend at that point. She's his responsibility. And there is no ring in responsibility. He's not holding on. He's just too nice to let go. Which raises the messiest question of the whole night. Does she know? Or is she the last person to find out?
He sure enough he ain't covering up that tag. Did he get Clarissa on him? I know Clarissa got him on her. Did Papoose ever get Clarissa on him? Did Papoose put Clarissa's name on him? Oh. Let me shut up. Child. I just know you going on every interview talking about this little miniature tattoo that you put up under your boy chest. And this man ain't talking about not damn tattoo with your name on his body. And he got Reminisce Forever tatted on him. He ain't gonna never cover that up. And it's big too, it ain't little. It ain't like he can cover that big tattoo up. It ain't little.
Because here's where it gets real. Fighting for a divorce and being divorced are two completely different area codes. And she's living in the gap between them like it's a whole address. He filed. Okay, cute. Filing is just opening the case. It is not the same as it being over. And it damn sure isn't the same as him being ready to put a ring on anybody. So she keeps saying he filed, like the paperwork is proof of love. Baby, the paperwork is proof he started something he never finished. A man who wants out gets out. A man who's stringing you along keeps that case sitting on a shelf collecting dust. So he's technically getting divorced forever while never actually being free for you. He's playing her like a flute and she's calling it a love song, which means the paperwork was never the problem. He is. And here's the theory that flipped this whole thing sideways for me. What if he's not even with her because he loves her? What if he's with her because he doesn't know how to leave without breaking her in public? Now, if you thought the words were loud, wait till you hear what's written in ink. Clarissa's out here on every interview talking about this little tattoo she got for Papoose. Little. Her word, not mine. Meanwhile, this man has Remy forever tatted across his body, big, bold, permanent, and he has not covered it, not shrunk it, not crossed it out, nothing. And baby, let me tell you what a tattoo is. A tattoo is a decision you make in permanent ink about who you refuse to forget. So one of them tattooed a whole promise, the other tattooed a maybe. Read that again. She marked herself for a man who won't even mark himself back, and he's still walking around with his wife's name over his heart like a receipt he never threw away. So if her name is still on his skin, what exactly is Hachi still doing on Clarissa's arm? And this is where it clicks. Every single time somebody brings this up online, what does Clarissa do? She goes live. She comes running to defend it. He filed for divorce. Y'all don't understand. He filed. Baby, when you have to keep announcing the paperwork isn't the point anymore. You are the point, and you're scared, because here's the psychology, and it's brutal. You do not fight this hard for something that's actually solid. Secure people don't go live at midnight defending a man who won't defend himself. The speed of her reaction, how fast she runs to the camera every time, that's not confidence. That's a woman trying to convince herself out loud and hoping we believe it with her. And that's when it hit me. This whole story. It was never really about Clarissa at all, because look at who never actually left the frame. Remy. He filed but didn't finalize. He moved out but didn't erase her name. He walked red carpets but stared right past the woman on his arm. Every road in this story, every single one, leads back to the wife he technically still has. Clarissa thought she won the man. Sis, she might have just borrowed him during the roughest patch of somebody else's marriage. And the most devastating part, if this man ever does go home, if he walks back through Remy's door like Giesha said he wants to, then what was this whole year for? The tattoo, the interviews, the carpets, the going live at midnight, all of it just becomes the longest, most public audition for a role that was never open. And the answer to that is what makes this whole thing so sad. So let's lay the receipts on the table one last time. Filed but never finalized, staring straight ahead at the BET walk, playing her like a flute, Remy forever in permanent ink. A friendship she turned into a fantasy, and a woman going live to convince herself while the whole internet watched. Now I need your verdict, because I go back and forth on this one. 2 questions, drop them below. 1, is Clarissa genuinely being played, or does she know exactly what this is and she's okay being the placeholder? And 2, if that divorce never finalizes, is she even the girlfriend, or is she the longest situationship in hip-hop history? That's the spill, baby. Rinse your glass, tell a messy friend, and go answer me in the comments. I'm reading every single one. Whatever this is, one thing's for sure, it's far from over. I'll see you at the next mess.